Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Easter Sunday, a comedy about a Filipino family starring a Filipino comedian. What the heck's his name? Joe Coy? Joe Coy. I'm vaguely familiar with him. His name sounds super familiar. I think I've seen a piece of his stand up. Anyhow, smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 8. Why is this in like phone form? Did I click on? I think I clicked on the wrong version of this. So it's the shtick. A lot of Asian comedians have this shtick where their parents are very pushy about like their careers and stuff. I think that's pretty universal in a lot of households, but like his mother wanted him to be a lawyer and he's a comedian, an actor or whatever. So Easter Sunday, a big holiday for the family. I guess they seem to be very Catholic. So the family's a little dysfunctional, but not in a like crazy way, but like in a funny way, and they make fun of each other. He got a gig as a beer spokesman, and that's where he made his money. And from acclaimed comedian Joe Coy. I mean, it looks pretty harmless. And then is that Tiffany Haddish? Is that her? I'm not sure, but she's like his ex-girlfriend, and now she's a cop, and she makes fun of him. And I guess he's divorced. He has a kid. And so they go to church, and it's a big Easter. It's a big thing, My family, Easter is semi-big. We have we get together on the holidays. Easter's not huge for us, but semi-big. For more Catholic families, it's bigger. You go to church together, and you have big dinner. So this is an excuse for him to basically take his stand-up and put it in movie form. So this is his aunt and his mother have a rivalry. They're wearing the same dress on Easter, and it's fun stuff like that, family stuff, and the various family and various things they're doing. And he's sort of the guy who has to keep the family together. That's like kind of his role in the family. He tries to, and it's one of his cousins or his brother owes this guy money, so that's part of the plot too. He doesn't have the money to loan him. The guy's coming to collect. And, so that's part of it too. And then eventually, they show up at Easter to rob everybody, and everybody has the same PIN number. And the joke is it's the famous boxer, the Filipino boxer. What the hell's his name? Patankin? Mandy Patankin? Is that him? I think that's him. Anyhow, they all have the same PIN number. It's his birthday. And then they're fine with being robbed until the guy criticizes the boxer, and then they're ready to attack him. So it's a funny bit. It's a funny bit. It's very Filipino. Obviously, that's part of the deal. And then this joke is, that's her handle on email there. In theaters August 5th. It looks all right. I mean, I'm not Filipino, but I can relate to some of this stuff. I like family movies like this. It's not too it's not sappy. It's fun. It's meant to be fun and crazy family stuff, but family, not a family movie. Although I could see bring your family. I mean, not little kids. Maybe little kids, some of this stuff would go over their heads, but it's here's a line. I once saw him shoot someone in the D. That's pretty funny. And you got a Filipino cast here, and so and that makes sense because they're Filipino. People complaining about, oh, there's not a diverse cast. There's not a diverse cast. Well, there's not a diverse cast here, really. Because it's a family and they're all related to each other, and 99% of them are Filipino. So I don't have a problem with that. That's the whole point. It's the whole point of the movie. So this looks good. I like it. I like his character. He's sort of the I don't know. He's sort of like the guy who has to deal with all the family mess. Everybody's just, constantly reacting. So he's the guy who kind of tries to settle everybody down. But he's got his own problems too. I think he's divorced. He's definitely got a son, so I assume he's divorced, or maybe his wife died. I don't know. But it's in San Francisco. But it's not. It doesn't seem to be woke. Doesn't seem to be woke at all. It seems to be like fun family stuff. So you've got the various members of the family and their deal, whatever it is, and then you're going to get some of the inside baseball with Filipinos in America, and they got their own culture, and it's American, but it's also Catholic, and it's a little everything mixed in. So I think there's a lot here. I would see this movie. I mean, it looks fun. It had a few chuckles in the preview, trailer here. First act, it all centers around Easter Sunday. So I guess the first act is sort of establishing Joe, who he is, and his mom constantly getting on him. And at first he didn't even want to go to Easter Sunday, but then he has to go for some reason. I think it's implied that he has to go because without him, the family kind of unravels without him in these events. So he decides to go and take his son, and it's part of the family bonding. He's trying to encourage that, and so he gets there, and they're all crazy, and they all have various things, and that's kind of the first act. Second act is, the problems ramp up. His aunt and his mother don't get along. He's trying to keep them from killing each other. Some other stuff happens, and then one of his cousins or his brother, I'm not sure, I forgot it already, owes money to a local gangster. So that starts to really heighten things. So gets roped into that, tries to work it out. Probably the climax around the end of second act, beginning of the third act, the gangsters come to the house and finally rob everybody after Joe tries to work it out but can't. And then somehow they turn it on the gangster, get his gun or whatever, or trick the gangsters, or pay him. They might just pay him. I mean, it's a comedy. And then his girlfriend, the cop, comes along and arrests them, or scares them off, or whatever. They resolve it somehow, probably in a funny way. Maybe the aunt and the sister reunite to beat them up with their purses or something ridiculous like that. And then the third act is the families come together. Yeah, they're a bunch of wacky characters, but in the end they all love each other and it's all good. And then Joe kind of pulls his life back together, and then there's a thing at the end where he gets the email of his ex-girlfriend, and maybe he's going to reunite with her, maybe go back and move to where he used to live and be closer to his family because that's more important to him. So I'm sensing that might be his character arc. In the beginning, he's sick of his family. Oh, they're so crazy. And then kind of is almost going to blow off Easter Sunday, but he ends up going. And then by the end of the movie, it's yeah, they need me. I need them. They're not totally crazy. And, maybe this is where I've always been meant to be, around them, close to them. And my life is better for it. So it sounds like a positive message. So I can get behind that. August 5th is when it drops. Good on you for putting it. See, this is the way you do a trailer. Easter Sunday, hashtag. Official movie trailer is finally out. Only in theaters, August 5th, 2022. Promote the damn time it comes out. I mean, you got theater owners saying, a date when the movie comes out is no longer a thing. Yet, if you want to see the movie, it is. So you got to put it out there and put it right in the title, so I know exactly when this movie's coming out. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to look. And this is from Joe Coy's IG account. Okay, that's why it looks this way. And it was the same trailer on the wider screen, but you can see it. It was pretty funny. I mean, it looks like he's got a stand-up in there. He's probably a solid stand-up guy. Vaguely remember seeing some of it. So And Filipinos, not as widely known, I think, in media. So this will be, I'd like to see, the little ins and outs of Filipino family life. It's something to offer, something different for the most part. I mean, I had a friend, he was dating a Filipino girl and living with him for a while, so I got a little bit of info in that way. But, this way, you get to know them just like any other culture, and I think that's cool. And it's the differences that are interesting to watch in a movie like this. So that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. The links are below. You're not getting your full blast of Joan if you don't tune in to Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. One of those. To get all our videos, because we do 4 videos a day. 4. And I will be at Jersey Devil Fable Fest Film Festival tomorrow in Asbury Park. Hope to see you there, and we'll see you tomorrow.